Yeah, fair enough. But why did that silly little bugger have to wind up in here?
If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be in here myself. None of us would.
And of all the prisons in the world, that Maggie had to come to Wentworth.
Now, hang on, you two are supposed to be friends.
Yeah, but it's not my fault that she's hard to get on with.
Oh, no, love, of course not.
Well, it's a bit late for social calls, isn't it, Lizzie?
Just a couple of minutes, Mrs. M.
I'm sorry, Lizzie. Back to your dorm. Lock-up time in 5 minutes.
God, I can't win a bloody trick around here.
Oh, she's in the miseries. What's the matter with her?
Ah, she'll bounce back again. She always does. At the moment, she's a bit low because Maxine's back inside.
Yes, well, we're all disappointed about that. What about you, B? You've always been close to Maxine.
Yeah, well, I think she's a little idiot. And right now, I'm mad at her too, but I'll get over it, I suppose.
Good night.
Night.
Hey, boy. Steady.
Oh, no worries, mate. Just have a principle. Seems a pity to take his money and his beer, eh? Oh, don't worry about the money. Through it.
That's all we need. Well, looks like the end of a quiet night. Well, I'm going to bed. Anybody else going?
You gotta be kidding. I'm going out. See if I can get some action.
At this time of the night?
It's only 11:30. You don't call that late, do you? Or have we got to clock in at midnight?
Well, not officially, but I do like everyone to be in by about 1 o'clock. I'm a bit of a worrier.
Yeah, well, if you're going to have rules, they ought to be for everyone. That little Sucklitza's still out. You going to say anything to her?
Why don't you let me decide that?
Well, it's not bloody fair. Mickey's supposed to be helping all of us with our problems, not just spending all her time with Litza.
You got problems, friend?
Of course I have. Bloody hundreds of them. Only no one wants to listen.
Well, I will.
What?
Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Come on, honey. You tell me all about it.
3 queens. Too good for lookers. What? Carol! Get off your bum and do something. Carol!
What is it?
We're out of beer. And how about something to eat? What are you trying to do? Starve us to death or something?
I'll tell you what, some sangers would go down real
Yes,
well.
I didn't know. I mean, we've only got a couple of slices of bread.
What do you mean you didn't know? I told you this afternoon.
Yeah, but you sprung it on me too late to go to the shops. If you'd asked me properly once in a while...
Oh, you useless bitch. I'm sick of your excuses. You're no bloody good.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I reckon she'd go real well with the right fella. How about it, Carol? Like me to put the smile back on your face?
Tell you what, I'd watch it, mate. Old Des will hang one on you if he gets you putting the hard word on his missus.
You reckon? What are you meant to be doing? We playing cards or not, eh?
So they took him off me. Made him a ward of the state. 2 years old he was.
Poor little kid. You ever get to see him?
No point. I couldn't look after him anyhow.
Well, maybe not now, you couldn't, but if you got a job, and you could always live here with us.
Hi. We thought everyone still be in bed.
Now, how could I sleep knowing you two are out in the tiles?
Oh, Judy, we had a fantastic time. We danced all night, the music was deafening, and Cliff had all these funny stories to tell. We didn't know it was getting this late.
Yeah, it's past 2 o'clock.
Don't worry, we won't make a habit of it.
I hope not.
It was great, Judy. You should have been there.
We weren't asked. What is it with you anyhow, Litza? You slumming or something?
What do you mean?
I mean, what the hell are you doing here? You've got a family and a home to go to, and the only trouble you're in is you're spoiled rotten. Why don't you go home and leave this place to the people who really need it?
Sounds like my cue to cut out.
Maybe I should leave too.
No, love, don't be silly. Look, Fran's got a lot of trouble. She's just taking it out on you, that's all.
But she's right, Judy. It's only causing trouble me being here.
That's nonsense. Of course it is. Look, we're used to trouble here. Anyway, Fran doesn't make the decisions who stays here. I do. Now, you've got a lot of problems, too. And if we can help you, you can stay here as long as you like.
Thanks, Judy.
Okay, now how about we all hit the sack?
I suppose I'd be pushing my luck if I asked you whether that meant me as well.
You certainly would. Uphill all the way.
See you tomorrow. Sleep tight. You don't have much choice around here.
Des, for God's sake, it's nearly 6 o'clock.
The missus will kill me.
Please, my daughter will be getting up soon. Haven't you had enough?
Okay, beautiful, we're going. Come on, Ken.
Right. Hey, what's going on? Where you going? You gotta give me a chance to get my money back.
What money? This was all you had left, mate. Listen, we gotta go. See you down the pub later.
Yeah.
Carol, don't worry about us. We'll show ourselves out.
Hey, we'll do it again next week, all right?
Yeah, copy ya.
Look, how could you do that to me?
What?
That vase, it was the last of our wedding presents. You've lost everything else.
Oh, shut up, will ya? Don't nag me when I'm feeling like this. You smell real good in the morning.
Des, no.
Real-
Des, no, I don't want to, please.
Shut up.
Good morning. Hi. Oh, dear, you're at it nice and early.
Well, I thought after last night it might be a good idea if everyone saw me doing some work.
Meaning Fran.
Well, she did come on a bit heavy.
Yeah, well, she has a point, I'm afraid. Honey, the secret of this job is to remain impartial. Now, I know it's not easy not to pick favorites, but you are going overboard with Litzer.
Well, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I'm supposed to help the women with their problems, aren't I?
Yeah, the women. That's plural, not just one person.
But I've really got a chance to help her, Judy. I mean, I can show her a completely different lifestyle than the one her father's trying to push her into.
Maybe you can, but please, not at the expense of the other women.
Litzer needs me. Frances doesn't.
How do you know that? You haven't even given her a chance.
Oh, well, I don't see how I'm supposed to play mother confessor to more than one person at the same time.
Well, you're going to have to try, Mickey. That's part of the job.
I think I'm going to take a walk.
Kennedy, you have a visitor? Your solicitor?
Great. Oh, I'll be right there.
Feeling any better today, Lizzie?
Yeah, on top of the world. Bloody good riddance to bad rubbish.
Hey, do you really reckon she's going to get out of here?
If I had my way, she'd be out quicker than a bullock at a butcher's picnic.
Well, I'll miss her if she does go. I mean, I reckon she's real good fun. Not like some people around here.
Ah, but then you never were not of your good judgment, were you? Now, how about you get back to work? That is, if you can remember how.
Right, here you are. How long do you think you'll be?
Oh, not too long. Look, perhaps I could just knock on the door.
Right. I'll leave you to it then.
Good.
Oh, Mr. Perkins, you have no idea how delighted I am to see you. Now, what is happening to my case?
Well, perhaps we should sit down first, eh?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I guess you can tell how anxious I am.
Well, I don't blame you in the slightest for that, Mrs. Kennedy. Well, now, are you ready for some good news?
Believe me, that's all I'm ready for. Well, what's the story?
Well, of course, there's nothing definite yet, but it seems there are moves from the American consulate to officially request your extradition.
I knew it. Oh, I knew they wouldn't let me stew here. That's good old American know-how for you.
Yes, quite. Of course, there's no mention of your acquittal, and you do understand that even if you are extradited, you'll have to serve the remainder of your sentence in the United States.
Mr. Perkins, you don't know how things work back home. Once I get there, I can really start the ball rolling. Why, I've got contacts, people who can pull strings for me to even get me a new trial. And they won't convict me again. The whole of the state revolves round mom and apple pie. It'll be practically treason to put me away. And even if they did, I'd soon be out on parole.
Mrs. Kennedy, are you suggesting something illegal?
Mr. Perkins, perish the thought. No, I am only trying to establish my innocence. I have never had any trouble with the law in my life. Well, you believe in my innocence, don't you?